And we back with it. With you wanting to do the 5.3 turbo build. What up? What up? What is happening, good people? Yo, we're gonna break down this budget boosted turbo box Chevy build. The breakdown of what we got, what it took to get to burning tires on this boosted box Chevy. Let's take a look at it. What we got here is a 1984 Caprice Classic. May not look like much, but the body is solid. The body is solid. Interior is not tore up. So we ended up going with 2002. I want to say it's a 2002 5.3. We checked the ring gap. We have good ring gap. Reason why we say ring gap, because we're going turbo. As you can see, we got the turbo. We have a set of 799 heads on this thing, which lowered the compression, but we're not getting into the numbers of that. Made things happen. We added several different things. We added a sloppy stage 2 cam, which is an Elgin. Is that a 1340p? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll throw the specs in there. I guess I will. Then we get the Pac 12 springs. As you can see, we did a sheet metal intake, jigs, 102 millimeter throttle body, the China Boy harness, factory ECM. Then we went with a 2800 stall TH400 3-speed. This does not have an electronic transmission in it. Reason being is I kind of like this 3-speed, man. I like to get out there and be able to do, have some little fun, have some fun. We ended up going with the turbo log that you have a truck manifold, car manifold, whatever manifold on this side. Crossover, comes over, feeds this side, and then you have your turbo mounted over here. We have a GT45 turbo. With that GT45 turbo, we are able to make some boost. We are able to make some boost, baby. If you see this curve, the manifold the way it is, the reason being is, could I have stuck it down through the back? Probably so, but it would have been so tight up against the firewall, so tight up against the man, we got rain, so tight up against the heater box. So we opted to go with this. Come out right here. I want to say we got a 44 millimeter wastegate and 38 millimeter blow off valve. We have intercooler there, and then some intercooler piping. When a 2010 or 2008 and up. Now that the rain has finally let up, let's get back on this boosted box Chevy breakdown. Turbo edition, budget build, budget minded, budget filled, smoked. Uh-oh. Oh, yes. So, back to what I was saying, I think we was talking about the turbo. We got the GT45 style turbo. Man, I would love to name the company of this turbo, but they shunned me and said I don't have enough subscribers for them. So, we're not going to name the company. We're just going to say it's a GT45 style turbo. And the intercooler piping, of course, 80 millimeter Siemens Deca injectors, 102 millimeter throttle body. Is that a must? No, it's not. No, it ain't. But it works. We have a 2-bar ECM controlled factory ECM with 2-bar. We have, what do we have that I'm forgetting? The wastegate. We have wideband. The only thing that I feel like that we need in this particular budget setup would be a posi setup out back. Now we do have the gears, what would you call it, the locker that you would put in the rear end, but maybe we'll get to putting that in, or just swapping the rear end out. Either or. This setup should be good to about 600, 550, 600, maybe better. It's a Gen 3 engine. We don't want to push it too hard. Of course, we've got the what is that? NGK BR7s, I think. Spark plugs. We got the NGK plugs. We've got, again, the 2008 and up water pump. Then we have the, the alternator bracket. We always do that style offset alternator bracket that works very well. We're gonna get to firing it up for y'all. The budget friendly turbo box Chevy build. She's cold nature, but she does fire right up. So let's go ahead and hit that key for y'all. This will be a cold start. Cold start. What I mean by cold start, it hasn't been fired up at all. As you can see, I can touch manifolds, hands on them, and we don't have to worry about it. So let's fire her up. Very cold nature, but she does what we need her to do, and that's it. She does lay some smoke, she does make some boost, and everything that we set out to do to make this happen is happening, has happened. We'll go inside here, we'll take a look-see at our gauges. I mean, I'm excited about the booster box Chevy doing what it's supposed to do. Very excited, very, very excited, and not too shabby for a budget build. Let's look at our oil pressure. Oil pressure, yes sir, yes sir. Temp course temp ain't moving right now. Air fuel wideband. Of course, you see it saying 16 because we cold nature. Once she gets up into that range of being warm, she will back on down and start adding more fuel. And then you see we're in the vacuum, -5. We in the boosted box Chevy, baby. We in the boosted box Chevy, baby. Just taking it down the road. Turnaround. I still ain't able to get them daggone them lug nuts, man. Gotta get them lug nuts. Can't be out here doing too much, because we are shy on lug nuts. We are shy on lug lug nuts. I don't have my what's the name with me neither. What's it called? My tripod. So. Ew. Second gear. Third gear. I hooked the boost controller up as well. Let's, I don't want to get into too much because I'm not 100% sure where it's going to take me at on boost. So, PSI, y'all. 7 PSI and climbing. 7 PSI and climbing. I got out of it. I didn't want to do too much because we lost the video feed. We lost the video feed doing the burnout. Well, let's see if I can take y'all to put y'all on the camera. I'm watching temp. I'm watching AFR. And that was at 7 pounds at 4,000. No, at 48. I'm sorry. Let's see, but we got temperatures up. Let's go see if this temperature comes down while we out here playing around. Yep, she's coming down. Coming down. 198. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me flip it around. See the boost gauge. Seen that? Like I said, 10 pounds is too much. Way too much at 4,000. 10 pounds at 4,000 is too much. So what we're gonna do is turn the boost gauge down. And then another thing I'm gonna have to do is probably put more fuel in it. But yeah. Boosted box Chevy showed up as a, you watch the video, you see a, what do they call it? From the barn to burnouts, baby. It's from barn to burnouts. Uh-oh. Box Chevy gang. We'll see what we got though. Got the hood down, we're sitting at 198 PSI or 198 degrees. We ended up making 10 pounds. We ended up making 10 pounds at 4,800 RPM, we made 10 pounds. I'm gonna have to turn that boost gauge down. We not wanting to make that much boost. But let's I'm gonna sign off and we'll see what happens with the boost box Chevy, y'all. We'll see what happens with the boosted box Chevy. Box Chevy on the trailer. Where's it going? Where is it going?